to the garage and the Civic EF B18 swap. We're going to do a whole load of stuff today. I'll talk you through it. First thing is pull the car out of the garage and get cracking, so we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so we're just looking at the manifold block. Now, as you could know from the previous video, I'm actually moving to a different ECU, but I thought I'd give it one last crack of the whip, running the map sensor, just because I'm still waiting for my ECU. Anyway, just about manifold blocks and PTFE tape specifically, if I'm going to put it in clockwise like that, I want to put the tape clockwise round, so you can see the ends there. So you want to, that's the thing. If you do it the other way around, it will just peel off as you try and wind it in. Here's my manifold block, and I'll explain some of the whys and the wherefores. Obviously, each of these nipples has PTFE tape in it. Wind it in like so. 12mm deep single hex. Put it in there. You know, it's get crazy tight. Right, that's that. And then this has several different vacuum feeds to it. So we have here, we've got 6 possible blocks to put in, and then with the throttle bodies, they have one underneath each of these here, and then one in each side here as well. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to put the best, this will give the best average reading for a manifold pressure, because it's taking signals from each of the runners rather than just one. So this is the fuel pressure regulator, so I'm going to give that one of the feeds, this one for example here, because then it will give it a stable reading. Just force it over like that. So that's got one of them. The other one, the big one here, this is for the brake assist, but I'm probably not going to run that thing. I'm going to run an electric vacuum pump. And then finally, the one that really matters is the map at the back here. I'm going to run a longer pipe here. I'm going to put this one here. This is the manifold ambient pressure, manifold absolute pressure sensor. And I'm going to run that into here, so I'm going to just get a longer pipe and connect that up. So yeah, I've got 4 coming from the throttle bodies, and then the outputs are 1 into the brake booster, 1 into the fuel pressure regulator, and 1 into the map sensor, and we'll give it a go, see how that works for us. So the starting procedure, a car that hasn't run before, obviously tried to run this a few times now. But what you do is you take the spark plugs out, disconnect the distributor, and then you can wing it over on the starter motor a few times to build up oil pressure. So you do that a few times, maybe 10 times, something like this, and then obviously put back your spark plugs, put back your clip for your distributor. And then you should hopefully have oil pressure. Now, we're going to fit an oil pressure gauge later, so that would be another good way of telling you you'd have an oil pressure. But a lot of cars come with oil pressure lights as well, so you would actually see if there's a problem with the oil pressure light doesn't go out. Right, so what I've done is I've connected everything up to the vacuum block. So I've just got this one going right to left. It's not doing anything, it's just going to itself. Got 4 feeds on here, and got the other feed, the outputs, if you like, going to the brake booster, fuel pressure regulator, and map. I'm not massively hopeful that this is all going to run well, but I think it'll probably run. So we just can't really drop down the hood.
Hood?
So we've got the fuel pressure regulator in the way. We can still start it. I have my, sorry, the car's a mess. I have my ECU down here. It's the chipped P28. I'm still obviously running on the map. I've got my AEM wideband lambda connected, and I'm going to show you more about that when I show you the other gauges I've got to connect up. And then if you look here, you notice is the battery connected?
Yeah.
With both the right way around and stuff like that.
Got the boot.
Right, so the battery's dead, so we need to jump start it.
You're doing the camera.
Yeah. We need to jump start it, so we're going to get 1 horsepower, which is Andy, who's probably even less than 1 horsepower. And let's go. Come on, mate. No brake assist as well, so could be interesting. Right, slow down, I've got no brakes. It's alright.
You got no brakes?
No, not yet. Well, no assistance in the brakes. Quick about this.
Go on.
So car's out of battery, so quick tips on jump starting. Obviously the battery's next to our batteries in the boot, this battery's in the front. Black cable on the earth. Make sure these aren't next to each other too much. It's on the pause. As we go into here. And this is the negative in the boot.
You can tell that by the red line and the black cable, generally.
Well, depends, Andy. This one's black as well, mate.
It almost got a red line in it.
Yeah, there. Fucking spots are flying. Right. Then. So, as I just start again, so I'm to jump the thing. Got my AEM wideband lambda sensor. I'm going to talk more about that when we do our gauges video. So, looking at the dash, you should hear the fuel pump, which you can vaguely hear, and just do it again. So fuel pump's running. Are we running? See, I've got my lambda.
Running rough, huh?
It's running a bit rough.
Would it drive with it?
Oh yeah. Sounds like it's running on Yeah, I know.
I wonder what the fault codes are.
Yeah.
Stinks.
Hmm.
Do you see what the fault codes are?
Yeah, we've got a problem with reading fault codes at the moment. This is kind of what I said. So that's that. It doesn't run very well, basically, on how it's set up at the moment. So we're going to go to a different ECU. It's saying about fault codes. I've connected the two wires. I think it's connected the wires here, which should enable fault codes to be read. But to be honest with you, it doesn't really happen like that. So if I connect the two, it doesn't output the fault codes that you should see. So it just shows a stable thing. So that could be like there's a problem, major problem with the ECU or something like that. So I think it's just because it's so out of standard that it's just not running very well. So I'm going to get a different ECU and check how that runs. That's where we are.